Welcome to another edition of Alt Fly. I'm Sid Fly, and on this week's show, we talk about something very important, protecting our gangsters. And since the tragedy of the brutal robbing and beating of Tekashi 6ix9ine, it got us here at Alt Fly thinking, we need to do something. America was built on gangsters. And ever since America's greatest gangster, the drug dealing, gun slanging, Russian fighting, backbiting, slick-haired Ronald Reagan died, the number of gangsters in our country has been in a steady decline. In the famous words of the cunning linguist, America loves gangsters. So come fly with me to Capitol Hill as we make gangsters a protected class of citizens. What would our society be without gangsters? Whether it was Al Capone or Genovese family helping get rid of Prohibition. If it wasn't for Jack Ruby and Bugsy Siegel, there'd be no Vegas. Where would the Raiders go play? If it wasn't for Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart, we'd still be having bullshit-ass parties without 5-star luxury weed edibles to serve. See, what makes America great is in our DNA, our genetic code, or as we like to call it, the G code. You ever heard the saying, the last of a dying breed? Do you remember the early 2000s when you couldn't walk down the street without somebody crip walking by? Or hearing a so-woo anytime you was feeling blue? Do you have too many male friends that's always in their feelings? Where do we go wrong? The EIHT. Shall I continue? I left out the G because the G ain't in you. Here's a couple of proposals that I have. Since the Crip population is pretty much diminished and there's bloods everywhere,
they're everywhere.
To represent and grow more awareness for Crips, we should have a Crip Walk to Work Day. Everybody gets to come in an hour late because, as you know, Crip walking is much slower than regular walking. Now, not only will this bring more recognition to the Crips, so more people are understanding what the Crips has contributed to our nation.
No disrespects to the Bloods.
But it's also good for the environment. Now, in certain cases, you might be riding an Impala, rolling on triple gold Ds, and hitting 16 switches. You can file for an exemption and don't have to worry about Crip walking to work. And as you know, with any protective class, we got to talk about sensitivity training. We're gonna have a class on how to speak gangster Latin. Show you how to replace the first letter of any word to represent your neighborhood. For example, if you're a blood, you can say words like, I'm bicking back being booed, or Colorado, picnic. If we don't cultivate, my bad, if we don't motivate our own gangsters in our own hoods, where are we ever gonna be as a people? So if you wanna help make gangsters a protected class of citizens, you can always go to our website, MABA.com. Make America bang again. You can donate, sign our petition, or even get put down on a set. No putting in work needed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, check out other shows. I'm Sid Fly, you're watching Alt Fly. Hope you enjoyed your flight to the Senate floor, represented by the Gangster Party. This ain't the GOP, this the OGP. Original Gangster Party, party.